Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're a boxing fan, or just someone who loves a good story with high stakes and even higher drama, then you are in for a treat today. We're diving deep into the electrifying world of professional boxing, specifically focusing on a moment that has sent shockwaves through the entire sport. We're talking about Terence "Bud" Crawford and the absolute mic drop statement he just delivered regarding a potential rematch with Canelo Álvarez. This isn't just about another fight, folks. This is about legacies, about undisputed kings, and about one man's chilling promise to another. The boxing world has been buzzing with whispers, debates, and fervent speculation about a potential rematch between two of the biggest names in the game. The pound-for-pound king, Terence Crawford, and the undisputed super middleweight champion, Canelo Álvarez. The first encounter, or at least the idea of it, captured imaginations. Who wouldn't want to see such titans clash? But then, something happened that completely changed the narrative. The question was posed to Crawford directly. What about a rematch with Canelo? And his response? Oh boy, his response was something else entirely. Picture this: lights, cameras, a packed press conference, and the air thick with anticipation. A reporter, perhaps trying to stir the pot, asked Crawford about the possibility of Canelo stepping into the ring with him again. You could almost feel the collective holding of breath. What would he say? A confident nod? A respectful challenge? Maybe even a dismissive laugh? But what we got was something far more potent, far more significant. Crawford didn't just respond. He smirked. And not just any smirk. This was a smirk that spoke volumes. A chilling, knowing expression that hinted at depths of confidence and intent that few fighters ever truly possess. It wasn't the kind of smirk that says, "I'm better than you." It was the kind that says, "I know what I'm capable of, and you simply don't stand a chance." And then, he delivered the line that has now become legendary. "If he steps in again, I'll retire him." The crowd, which moments before had been a cacophony of murmurs and camera clicks, went utterly silent. You could literally hear a pin drop, then a collective gasp. It wasn't a gasp of surprise at a boast. It was a gasp of understanding, of dawning realization of the gravity of his words. This wasn't bravado, folks. This wasn't trash talk meant to sell tickets. This was something far more profound, far more personal. When Crawford said, "I'll retire him," he wasn't just talking about winning a fight. He wasn't aiming for a simple victory on the judges' scorecards. He wasn't even looking for a dominant knockout. What he articulated, with that calm, unsettling smirk, was a promise to fundamentally alter Canelo Álvarez's career trajectory. To end it, completely. This isn't just confidence. This, my friends, is what we call a death sentence in the boxing world. It's a declaration of absolute superiority, a statement that implies one fighter believes they can inflict such a devastating defeat that the other will have no choice but to hang up their gloves for good. Think about the weight of that statement. Canelo Álvarez is one of the most decorated, successful, and globally recognized fighters of our generation. He's a multi-division champion, a pay-per-view superstar, and a living legend. For anyone to suggest they could retire him, not just beat him, but force him out of the sport, is an audacious claim. But coming from Crawford, it feels less like a claim and more like an inevitable prophecy. Why does Crawford, a man known for his calm demeanor and tactical brilliance, make such an extreme declaration? It speaks volumes about his mindset. He isn't looking for another win to add to his already stellar record. He isn't interested in a points victory, or even a highlight reel knockout that just puts him one up on Canelo. No, Crawford is looking to end Canelo's story once and for all. He's aiming for a conclusive, undeniable, career-altering performance that leaves no room for doubt, no possibility of a comeback, and no reason for Canelo to continue fighting at the elite level. This isn't just about winning a boxing match. It's about a complete dismantling. It's about leaving an opponent with nothing left to give, physically or mentally. It is about a fighter believing so deeply in their own abilities that they foresee a victory so dominant, so absolute, that it forces their opponent into retirement. This kind of mindset is rare. even among the elite. It's the kind of thinking that separates the truly great from the merely excellent. Consider the history of boxing. How many times have we seen a fighter deliver such a definitive defeat that their opponent steps away from the sport? It's happened, but it's rare, and it usually involves a monumental shift in power, a moment where one fighter utterly dominates another in a way that signals a changing of the guard or perhaps the end of an era for the losing fighter. Crawford's words suggest he believes he can be that catalyst for Canelo. What does this mean for Canelo? If he hears those words, and undoubtedly he has, how does he process them? Does it fuel him with anger and motivation? Does it plant a seed of doubt? Canelo is a proud champion, a fighter who has overcome adversity throughout his career. To have another champion declare such an intent against him must be a challenging pill to swallow. It transforms a potential rematch from a competitive challenge into a fight for his entire boxing future. The implications for the boxing world are enormous. If this rematch ever materializes, it will be more than just a fight. It will be a historical event. Every punch, every movement, every round will be scrutinized not just for who is winning, but for whether Crawford is indeed fulfilling his chilling promise. Can he truly force Canelo, a fighter of such resilience and talent, into retirement? The idea itself is captivating. This kind of bold declaration also sets a new standard for confidence in the sport. It's not about being loud, it's about being resolute. Crawford didn't scream, he stated, he didn't boast, he predicted. And that calm, collected delivery makes his words even more impactful. It's almost as if he's already seen the future, and he's just letting the rest of us in on the secret. So, where do we go from here? The boxing world holds its breath. Will Canelo answer the call? Will he step back into the ring with a man who has publicly declared his intent to end his career? And if he does, will Crawford be able to back up one of the boldest statements ever made in modern boxing? These questions are what make this sport so compelling, so dramatic, and so utterly unpredictable. Whether you're a long-time boxing enthusiast or someone just getting into the sport, this is a narrative you absolutely cannot ignore. It's a testament to the mental warfare that often precedes the physical battle, a declaration of intent that has reshaped the landscape of potential future matchups. Crawford isn't just looking for another belt, he's looking to rewrite a legend's final chapter. And that, my friends, is pure, unadulterated drama. What do you all think? Can Crawford actually retire Canelo? Or is this just brilliant mind games? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching, for being part of our incredible community, and for fueling the passion we all share for boxing. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your fellow fight fans, and definitely hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future content. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, stay safe and keep those gloves up.